dear students, today we are going to be learning about your lab programs. So this is a university practical list. So we have three sections: part A, part B and part C. Part A is of 18 marks, part B of 22 marks, part C of 25 marks, and the distribution of marks is like this. If you have written the code exactly, it will get 8 marks, compiling and debugging 6 marks, and right execution will give you 4 marks, that is of 18 marks. And for part B, for if you have read the correct code, 10 marks, compile and debugging 7 marks, and execution and testing, it is of 5 marks, so it is of 22 marks. And part C, it consists of for a correct code 11 marks, and compilation and debugging 8 marks, and execution and testing 6 marks of 25 marks. And your class record is of 10 marks, so you have to make a record. And also viva means it is having a question and answers related to any topic, either theory or your program. Okay, so total of 80 marks. In this also you have to be supposed to pass. If you secure only 28 marks, it is treated as a pass, otherwise it is a fail. Okay, yes, let us see what are the first part A programs. Here 6 programs are there. Let us see first program. Write a program to find the greatest of 3 numbers by using nested if statement. So already I am having here. Okay, so this is your program. What is the program? Let us see. What is the program? Write a program to find the greatest of 3 numbers by using nested if statement. So this is your program. Already we are having, write a program to find the greatest among 3 numbers using nested if. For this, see here the documentation is there. We will explain it later. Now we will see the program. Okay, so for this we have to write #include stdio.h, #include conio.h, and every C program starts with a void main function. Okay, and now I am declaring the variable. What are the variables we require? We have to identify the biggest number among 3, so that is why I am declaring integer as a, b, c and greatest. Okay, integer a, b, c, greatest. 4 variables are required. Next, after the variable declaration, I am giving the clear screen and I am displaying the one for output statement. It will display the content as it is. If you don't want means you can remove it. And next I am writing the printf function, enter 3 numbers. So we have to enter 3 numbers from the keyboard, so that is why we have output this statement. So to read the value from the keyboard, we have to use the scanf statement. So %d, %d, ampersand a, ampersand b, ampersand c. So it means we have read 3 values from the keyboard. Okay, got it? And this is the logic. If a greater than b, if this condition is true, it will enter into this block, and it checks if a greater than c, greatest is a, else greatest is c. If a greater than b is false, it will come to the else block. Here else, in this else block, once again we are checking one more if condition. If c greater than b, greatest is equal to c, else greatest is equal to b. Okay, so afterwards I am displaying the output statement. Greatest of 3 numbers is equal to %d greatest. Okay, for example, if I enter 67, 76, 87, 67, 76, 87, 67 greater than 76, false, so it will skip here and come here. C greater than b, so what is the C value? 87. 87 greater than 76, true. If this condition is true, greatest will be C. Got it? 87. Got it? Yes, here it is the display. Okay, you can test multiple times. This is your first lab program. Got it? Let us see the execution of this program. Already I have done my program. I am showing you here the same program we have done here. Okay, I am copying file, save as in C drive. I am ensuring that I am storing in right turbo C3. Here bin I am storing as 1.c and click the save. Okay, yes, now minimize it and open my turbo C++ editor. start Turbo C++. So what is our program name? 1.c. 1.c. Sorry, 1.c. This is our program, right? So let me compile. Alt F9. One warning is there. Let me check. Function should have a return value. We can ignore because here we have not written the void main, right? So you have to always use void to avoid the returning value. Now there is no error. I am running Control F9. So it is asking for 3 numbers. I am entering 89, 99, 109. Okay. So in this greatest number is 109. If you run once again, you can give 90, 80 and 70. So here it gives 90 as the biggest number. So the logic is same. Got it? So likewise you can evaluate, execute your program. First program. Let me see the second program. Okay, let me see what is the second program. What is the second program? Write a program to reverse a number and find the sum of individual digit. Also check for palindrome. So reverse of a number, and also we have to calculate the sum of the individual digit, and also for palindrome. Okay, already we have explained this program in your topics. Anyhow, let us see once again. Okay, this is our second program. Okay, so it is always better to mention as part A2. Okay, likewise we can refer. Now let us see. So till to void main function, it is common. According to our program, what we have to do? Reverse of a number. To reverse a number, we have to take the remainder and we have to enter a value n and find the sum of individual digit. To find the sum of individual digit, we have to take the sum as 0. To reverse a number, we have to take the reverse, and for the palindrome, we have to take a temporary variable. Got it? Clear? So R for remainder, n for entering a number, sum for to find the sum of individual digit, reverse for reversing a number, and temp for to identify the palindrome. Okay, so after the declaration we have given the clear screen and we are writing the printf statement to display as it is content. Now we are writing one more printf statement, enter a value of n. So we have to enter the value from the keyboard. So for that I am using scanf statement. If I enter 111, whether 111 is a palindrome, 111, yes. Even if you read from left to right or right to left, it gives the same. Correct? Yes. So after that, what I'm doing in temp, I'm storing n value. What is the n value? 111. Where I'm storing temp. Now I'm writing the condition while n is not equal to 0. Okay. So what is the n value? 111. 111 is not equal to 0. Condition is true. If condition is true, so this is the logic. This is the logic. First, we have to calculate the remainder. So then what is the remainder? You are getting 111 into percentile 10. What is the remainder you are getting? That is 1. Correct? 11 tens are 110 and remainder is 1. Okay. So now sum. Already in sum 0, 0 plus R value 1. 0 plus 1, 1. Where you are storing? In 1. Reverse into 10. Reverse value is 0, 0 into 10, 0 plus remainder. What is the remainder value? 1. So now what is the new reverse value? 1. N is equal to n by 10. This logic is to continuation of the loop. Then what is the quotient? 11. Correct? N value is 111. 111 by 10. So then what is the quotient we are taking? 11. Got it? 11 is not equal to 0. It will come here. 11 is not equal to 0. Condition is true. 11 percentile 10. Then what is the remainder? 1. Already sum 1 is there. 1 plus 1, 2. The new sum value is 2. Reverse. Reverse already we have value as 1. 1 into 10, 10 plus remainder value. What is the new remainder value? 1. So 10 plus 1, 11. So where it will store? In reverse. N is equal to n by 10. So new value of n is 11. 11 by 10, it is 1. Quotient is 1. So automatically it will come here. 1 is not equal to 0. Condition is true. 1 percentile 10. What is the value? 1. 1% 10 is 1, so it will be stored in your reverse as a remainder. Sum is equal to, already in sum 11 is 2 is there, right? Yes, 2 plus remainder, 2 plus 1 3, so here it will store as sum as 3. In reverse already it consists of 11 into 10 110 plus remainder 110 plus 1 111. Okay, 111 will be stored in your reverse. Now n is equal to n by 10. N by 10 is 0. 1 by 10, what is the n value? 1. 1 by 10 0, so it will comes to your while loop. 0 is not equal to 0, condition false. 0 is not equal to 0, false. Okay, so then we are displaying your reverse number. What is the reverse? It is 111. Okay, we are displaying the sum. What is the sum? That is 3. Now we want to check whether it is a palindrome or not. In temp already we have stored 111. In reverse already we got 111. Temp equal to reverse, whether the condition is true? Yes, if the condition is true, percentile d is palindrome, that is temp. 111 is palindrome. If it is not, else percentile d is not palindrome, temp. Okay, so 111 is palindrome as we know. If you run 1 2 3, 1 2 3 is reverse, 3 2 1 and sum is 6, so 1 2 3 is not palindrome. Got it? So likewise we are executing. Let us see our second program. So already we are having, okay, edit. So this is our second program. Clear? I'm going to be saving as in your C drive, Turbo C3, then I'm saving as a 2.c. Okay, now I'm opening my editor, I'm opening my file 2.c. let us compile, there is no error, and run. It is asking for number, I'm entering 1 2 1. Whether 1 to 1 is palindrome? Yes, 1 to 1 is palindrome. Got it? So likewise you have read, and once again you are running, we are checking 135, whether 135 is a palindrome? Not palindrome. Got it? Yes, 135, reverse is 531 and sum is 9. Got it? So this is your second program. Hope you understand this concept. Sorry, hope you understand this lab programs. We will continue in the next class. Okay.